Today I'm gonna have a go at making something. As you know, we have our own wood stove inside the cabin that keeps us warm in the winter, and we also have one outside that we use for spring and summer, cooking outside and a bit of entertainment at night, just watching the flames. And sometimes we use these things. Now these are just sawdust logs. Okay, it's compressed sawdust. They burn very clean and very hot, and they're very kind to your stove. But after early autumn, we couldn't get these anywhere anymore. And I like to have these lying around in case it's been too wet for me to cut up any firewood. So I keep a load of these in the woodshed, and they come in handy. But like I say, we couldn't get them anywhere. So I saw something on the internet involving our Canadian friends and something they do. And I thought, I'm going to have a go at that. I'm going to have a go at making my own version. So I'm going to show you how I try to make something similar to these. So all I need is a few simple ingredients, and I'm going to show you now what it is I'm using, okay? We have some shredded paper, nice paper from the shredded bin, bag of sawdust, okay? You can get that from pet shops. You get a great big bag for about £1 or £2, I think. Bucket, and we want another bucket as well, like this, but it's got all holes in the bottom, all right? Some cheap wallpaper paste from Home Bargain again, or anywhere, just a little bit of cheap wallpaper paste, and a load of these things, toilet rolls and kitchen rolls. So there's all the ingredients I need, and all we do now is make a little concoction. Step 3 or whatever it is. So on one of these rarest of occasions, I've got myself quite organised here, and I've removed the things we don't need at the moment to leave the things that we do need. So we got empty bucket with holes in the bottom, which you can't really see at the moment, but believe you me, there is holes in the bottom of that. And the sawdust and the shredded paper. And all we're going to do is put a layer of sawdust in the bottom, then a layer of shreddings, and then another layer of sawdust, and then put that bucket into that bucket and add a load of boiling water on top, mix the whole lot up, cover it up and leave it to soak. And I'm going to do that now, or in a minute. Right, so I'm still being highly organised here, and I've only banged my head on the woodshed door twice, so not too bad at the moment. Right, so I've removed everything I don't need, and that's left me with these 2 buckets. There's my mixture. You can see it's just sawdust and shredded paper from the shredder. So now to that, all I'm going to add is some hot water and leave the whole lot to soak overnight. Exciting. Right then, super organisational step 4 or something or other. Can't remember. Haven't banged my head again on the woodshed, but mainly because I haven't been anywhere near it again. Right, so this gets a bit Tommy Cooper now. We've got bucket of hot water, new mixture, and the bucket that has not got any holes in it. So what we do, bucket with the mixture and the holes in goes there, and then we add the hot water. Let's try it. Okay, so we just add the hot water to that. So there's the mixture now. Got wood chippings and shredded paper and hot water, and we're just going to cover that up and let it soak overnight before we go on to the next stage. While that lot's soaking overnight, I'm going to have a break and cook myself up a bite to eat. A couple of burgers and some bacon. Cracking. I'm not using the wood stove. It's 23 degrees at the moment. It's absolutely scorching. So it's way too hot for the wood stove. I'm just going to use one of those camping gas canister stoves. So my concoction there has been soaking for a couple of nights, and now we're going to add half a cup of wallpaper paste, or half a mug, and I just like sprinkling sugar on your old breakfast cereal. This, don't want loads of it, just enough to bind the mixture together. And then we'll stir that up. Stir that up with an old Vic Firth drumstick. So there's the mixture all stirred up. And now we take the bucket with holes in out of the bucket that hasn't got holes in, so as it can drain. And we'll just let that slowly drain down, ready to be packed into our empty kitchen roll and toilet roll. So the mixture's been draining, and we've got our old toilet rolls, empty ones, and a bucket to store them all in. And all we do now is get the mixture and just pack it into the toilet roll holder. Or toilet, I don't know what to call it, it's just an empty toilet roll, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, just keep going, packing it in tight. So we've got the mixture of sawdust and the shredded paper, and the wallpaper paste is just binding it all together. And there you go. There's a finished one. When it dries out, you can use it in your fire or smoke it if you want. It's up to you. I've also found this. It's an old brick maker, so I forgot I had it. So I'll put the mixture in that. Okay, that's a sleeve. It's got holes in the bottom. And there's another sleeve that goes on the top. Okay, so you press that down and the handles go on there, and then you squeeze it yourself and all the water runs out. Which might be a better way of doing things, but you can't dismiss the toilet roll idea. It's a little bit of recycling. And I'm going to push it down that way as well. Okay, so that's all the water drained out of that. Take that out. Try and get this out. It's probably stuck now with the wallpaper paste. There we go. And there's a brick. These are some that are made about a week ago, and they've been drying out for about a week now in this bucket that's got holes in it for ventilation, and I've just covered it up, and it's all black, so it's going to get a lot of heat generated in there. And there's the ones I made, and yeah, they've dried out lovely then. Yeah, quite solid. And as you can see, mixture of sawdust and shredded paper. So the only thing to do now is fire up the stove and see how good they are. Good, eh? Right, so moment of truth. Let's see if these things work. They should do. Okay, it's all loaded up there on the fire. Got some fire lighters in, so we'll just get it going there. Well, let's see what happens. Might as well put that fourth one in. Okay, so that's been burning now a good 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, and they're still going. I think I'll lob a couple more on. Just move the camera so the stove doesn't hit it. Well, there's 3 more gone on. Right, well, I'm going to call that a success, so much so that I'm going to have a step 2. As Steve Wallace would say. Oh, still roasting out here. Still too hot for me hat. Well, I'm happy with the way they've turned out. That'd be a nice little backup for the winter. If you're running low on wood or it's been raining a lot and you can't chop any wood up because the weather's bad, lob a load of them in your stove, that'll keep you going. They burn hot and they burn slow. Good.